Right. I graduated in May 2014, so I've only been in the workforce for less than a year now. I ended up getting 2 interviews to 3 of the jobs I'd applied to. I went and I did an interview at a healthcare research facility, and that was in Milwaukee. And I realized I didn't really want that job, and they weren't very professional in communicating with me. So a couple of days later, I was fortunate enough to get a call from the National Business Institute. And the National Business Institute is located in Altoona, Wisconsin. They're a continuing legal education company. So what they do is they create programs so attorneys, accountants, and other professionals can fulfill their credit requirements. Haven't had any formal education, but I've had a lot of informal education through NBI. So we're required to create new programs daily, and we have to do this in different areas of the law. So I've created programs in real estate law, business law, family law. I've created programs in trial litigation techniques. I've just delved into paralegal programs. I am continually having to educate myself in these different areas of the law, and I have to do so through materials or my own research. I don't see a lot of changes. Personally, there's been changes within the company I work at, and I think the most notable change is we've become a little more digitized. We're reaching more through the internet to customers. So I think that's probably a general trend among all companies, is that they're becoming a little more digital. I believe the skill I have that makes me best at the job I am right now is being able to communicate well. I think that's what got me the job in the first place, and I think that's what keeps me in, is being able to research ideas, being able to consume complex ideas, and then being able to communicate in a way that appeals to the audience.
So rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
Right.
You know, it's hard to say how being a blue gold has impacted my development. Looking back 4 years, I don't know how I've changed. I can compare my writing, but I really can't. I really don't know who I was 4 years ago. It has made me a little more cynical, but I don't know if I'd call it cynical as much as realistic. When you're a student, at least my parents are always, go for the gold. You can do anything, but when you graduate, it's different. You're into the real world. The most valuable element of my education. There was a program I took near my senior year, and that was a program on professional writing and reading and appearance. And I guess this was most beneficial for me. I don't know if it'd be beneficial to other people, but I'd never been working in a professional work environment. So what this course taught me to do was how to interview, how to follow up with people, how to communicate well, how to dress in a workplace, how to handle, certain personalities in a workplace. And it was beneficial for me because like I said, I just hadn't been in that kind of environment. I used to feel confident about a lot of the classes I signed up for, but this class, I knew I'd be out of my element. Schools should encourage students to job shadow. They should more encourage students to get internships, and they should work with more companies to try to get them to accept students into internships. One thing that I was glad to do in my last years of school was I joined a research project, and I actually did do an internship, and that was a little late. For the first couple of years, I was undeclared because I just didn't know what I wanted to be. Like, you go into college, if you don't know what you want to be, expecting to figure out in a year or two, but I think the curriculum is designed in a way that it just makes that decision hard on students. I know what people want me to say. It's hard to measure, the different experiences, the ways that college impacts you. Having to, prioritize just because you won't get homework done on deadline. Those things can impact you in a positive way. Would I go to college again if I had the chance? And I would. So I think that says something about the worth of an education.